Hello and welcome to this channel. I am Dr. Anshu coming back with the Hindu analysis where I will cover the 27, 28, 29, 30 editorial analysis. As I promised that in second video I will cover the backlogs and also as a revision series. You can just consider video as a revision series of the last month of April current affairs, and from the one new month, like from the May, I will make another video as a like a summation of the 3 days of videos. But due to some time lacking, I'm not able to make regular videos. But combining the like 3-4 day videos in a single, I will consider all the important points. I will cover it, so don't worry about it. And today's the videos might be longer, so just have patience. And all the editorial that I am adding today is important, and these April last month covering all the important things that happened in the current affairs. And you consider this video as a revision series, covering the editorials, and every day of the front page of Hindu analysis I try to cover all the aspects also in explaining. So just have a patience, and editorial is going to be amazing and interesting, so stay connected till the last. So let's start the today's editorial with the recap. So the front page we will cover about the on the Sunday about the bring the Pahalgam attack sponsor to justice UNC, 6 year on Kailash Mansarovar Yatra to restart by the June end. Here the detail about UNC. Third is about the Sarvam EI, the first firm to get a government aid to build a EI model. Third is about, next covering to the 28 is a front page inverter analysis. Here we cover about the two Tamil Nadu ministers quits on strong court remarks and a harshest response await Pahalgam culprits, says PM. Next is about the Andhra Pradesh High Court calls for a data about severe deaths from 1993 and not strong enough. Sixth is about the editorial we'll cover about, beautifully presented by the writer, is a reflection on Pahalgam, the fight against terror. Seventh, here we'll seen through the charts and pictures about the datas about the Indians fear fake news but are less concerned about press freedom. And next we will cover about now how tourism as a weapon against terrorism. Ninth, we will learn about the awards for Padma Shri, Padma Vibhushan presented by Prime Minister to the 71 personalities. Next is the covering the 30th. Let me just one more is covering the 30 about the forces to free hand to respond to terror, says PM. One thing is left, sorry. Jammu Kashmir condemns the terror strike anonymously, and India's France finalized deal for a 26 Rafale M-craft. Next is I've already discussed. 12th is about the Diggas Jagannath temple inauguration is TMC Ram temple moment. Sorry. 13 is about the expanding tree cover is crucial. We'll explore about the biodiversity also. 14th about how the controversy over Bengal school scam. So these all we are going to cover. So let's start the front editorial with the beautiful thought of the day. With the beautiful thing about learning is nobody can take it away from you. So this is the thing that is representing, like if you the learning is the only thing, the knowledge, the learning that nobody can take from you. But if you like share with others, tell about other thing and also learn to others, then your knowledge will be increasing day by day. This is something that is got added up more, not by decreasing. Not decreasing if you tell anyone about the learn about something that you learned. If you teach someone about the thing that you know, so you'll also get to learn. The person is also get to know that he also learn and also appreciate you that you learned them. So learning oneself together is a good thing, and knowledge is something that you can share to others also. It is something that always giving you as a knowledge in an investment is always a good investment. It's always it will always drive in you in a life. So it's never it's nothing that anybody can take you away from you. You can say that's the power of pen, that where you will through it you will achieve the height of success. So now let's starting the tutorial without wasting your time is about the Pahalgam attack sponsors to Justice UNC. So here we'll discuss about what is UNC. It's a about the United Nations Security Council that condemned its strongest terms in April 22 terror strikes at Pahalgam in Jammu and Kashmir. And there is a Prime Minister Narendra Modi convening the condolences on attack of 26 killed, including Japan citizen, and China and Pakistan too joined the rest of UNCs. So as a and also China is the permanent member of UNC, while the Pakistan is a non-permanent member. So it's a terror suspect. India has alleged that terror suspect. Before we knowing this thing, just have a look through what is UNC. So UNC was established in 1946 to maintain the internal peace and security. To maintain the peace and security, its primary function is to investigate disputes and recommend solution. So what are the key aspects of UNC is like they are formally established in 1946 under the United Nations Charter. Its membership is 15 members, 10 members from a non-permanent member and 5 is permanent member. The 5 permanent members are China, France, UK, Russia, and other the 10 non-permanent members consist China, France, Russia, UK. Also it including they are also including that, and 10 permanent member elected by General Assembly. So Western Europe, Eastern Europe, Latin America, Asia, Africa, these all are. So each year the General Assembly elect 5 non-member permanent for a 2-year terms, and then 10 non-permanent member seats are distributed on the regional basis. So these are the power is like maintaining peace, peacekeeping, it's binding and resolution, and other function is like International Court for Justice and recommend Secretary General to Assembly. So how now finally after this attack, UNC also now understand United Nations Secretary General that it is not a it's not a there is a terror, like terrorism exist. It is not the thing that we are just hyping the things that it doesn't exist. After this incident, finally they believe that the terrorism is existing there, and there is a several detained amid tension at LOC also. The terror attack continue, and 4 houses alleged at active militants raised, and 6 houses has been brought over the blast so far. So the India alleged that terror suspected cross-border support, and Foreign Secretary believed that G20 invoice about the linkages hinting the involvement in Pakistan-based element. So moving to the next is the 6-year Kailash Mansarovar Yatra to restart by June end. So why it takes a 6 year to start Kailash Mansarovar, and what are the like struggles there behind it? So the Kailash Mansarovar Yatra will restart 750 pilgrims traveling to Tibet June-August, and Ministry of External Affairs announced Saturday. So there is a pilgrim which is originally began in 1981, and under the bilateral agreement suspended by Chinese government due to COVID-19 pandemic. So it's due to the Galwan killings, tension line of the actual control since then. So there are the passes that Kailash Mansarovar Yatra involve crossing 2 primary passes. It's a Lipu Lake Pass. It's a Lipu Lake Pass, and in Uttarakhand, and it's Nathula Pass in Sikkim. So Ministry of External Affairs organizes the yatra through these 2 routes, and that's why it's creating so much management, proper management required there. Moving to the next is about the Sarvam EI first firm to get government aid build EI model. So Bangalore based Sarvam EI will the first company to receive the government port to held an build an indigenous AI large model. It's a LLM. Union IT Minister Vaishnav said, he was speaking in the news. So Sarvam AI founded meeting 23 will have access to pull of the graphics unit GPU and acquired through the governments through AI mission. So GPU is essential parts of developing and deploying the AI. So the Sarvam will have a sales of 400 over 14,000 GPUs in the cities. Clusters for a period of 6 months, and LM is a computationally intensive talking modern ones have a billion of parameter trains for 1 trillion tokens. So these are designed. 350 database has been uploaded on AI Kosh. Moving to the next about it's about the harshest response rates on Pahalgam reports, says the Prime Minister. And Pakistan initiate avowed firing. So there is a killing that hurt every citizen country. There is a state which to be belong to, and the language one speaks, one is feeling the pain to those who love their lost one. So there is a vibrance in school colleges, and the harshest responses waiting the Pahalgam culprits, how they get the justice, and the BJP supporters paying tribute to victims of Pahalgam attack as they listen to Man Ki Baat on Sunday. So these are the exercises. The Indian Navy and Air Forces held exercises on Sunday. Tension runs on high after the Pahalgam attack. Pakistan Army initiated provoked firing. Next is that Tamil Nadu minister quit on strong remarks. There is a under criticism is like the minister becomes untenable after court made a strong remarks, and there is a legal turmoil is V. Senthil after getting bail from Supreme Court, and on 29/11 Director ED registered an enforcement case on the alleged offence of money laundering. So these are the cases that were the resignation. Just go through one time. Next is about the Andhra Pradesh High Court about the severe death from 1993. So all municipal corporation, municipalities and other local bodies from year 1993 in order to pay compensation of rehabilitation their families. These come under the manuals. It's a responsibility of monetary liability, and manual scavenging comes under the 12th schedule of Article 74, municipal bodies responsible for it, and there is a severe deaths. So the municipalities and local bodies this Manual Scavenging Act was passed in the 5th June 1993, and it was a ban in many cities, and also the Provision of Employment Manual Scavenger Rehabilitation Act 2003. It's PMSRA not only promote the practices but also penalize those who hire. So in order to pay compensation, rehabilitation their families, also there is a deaths there. Death of worker during cleaning of sewers from municipal corporation, and Justice Ravi and Chubani said the data should not reflect the exact number of severe deaths. It is restricted to the case of Mida Manikyo Rao, but also the contract worker who died from inhalation of toxic fumes in manhole in a Vijayawada city. So the scavenger compliance the provision of Employment Act. It's PMSRA. It's PMSRA 2000 Act. Rehabilitation Act on April 23-25. The judges still that this working practices are still going, although the laws is already passed in 2013. More than it's a 10 to 13 years more than it. The judges is a commissioner of municipal administration to gather information from union working and responsibility for a monetary liability. So monetary liability so that the pinned agency for worker who lost their lives. So moving to the next is not strong enough. Those same cases related to UNC that already I have discussed about. Just go through it one. TRF already have a detailed discussion about it, so no need to just go through. Next is the reflection of on a Pahalgam, the fight against terror. So writer is how said that it's a scenery of Pahalgam where the green meadows on the hosted the school picnics, innocent games of cricket, blood has been spilled again. So it is a voice that one asks about stop treating terrorism just as a border issue. It is a one that begins in mind, and mind is unemployment, where these things are actually occurred. When how the minds created such a level of acts like terror. It's a terrorism like act. So it's not that a mind that is it is treating terrorism. It's It already begins in mind, a mind that brainwashed by the other peoples. They are learning the terrorism things, and that this occurs in the mind where that is unemployment, it's uneducated, unexposed to world beyond the echo chamber. So what to turn a young boy from small town into someone capable of pulling the trigger and attacking the civilian? The answer is not always about the radical preachers or foreign handlers, sometimes because of the void created by poverty, poor schooling, broken homes, communities never intervened when they should have. So the thing is that they are the situations that how they came into these acts. The political noises, the tweets, condemnations, the blame games, high level of reviews. We forgot that it is important to battlefield, the classroom, and beyond it is neighborhood. So we want to truly fight terror. We must start to reimagining the education system, expanding the grassroots vigilance. So it should be start from the grassroots vigilance, from starting to the education. The fight starts with curriculum. We need to more than a math history. We need to moral courage, empathy, and stories of shared humanity. Schools should conflict resolution, peace building, media literacy early on. Children must be taught how to disagree without violence and how to challenge the dangerous narratives thinking. So imagine there's the district of youth outrage, a local police, mental health professional. The farmers who are mentor are a council party identify deviate guidance, abstinence, peer group. There must be adequate budgetary allocation for intervention camp at a risk youth. Like there was a writer is giving example of a Telangana. Their tribal welfare school host it's about a good touch and bad touches, workshops, empathy building sessions. So in Kerala, panchayats work with the Anganwadi primary school to track the youth dropout risk in a mental health. Why this not skill models the conflict of sensitive reasons in Kashmir? The government must provide a digital de-radicalization tool, not just through the surveillance but also through the education, and also there should be a funds given to those who are closest to youth, school principals, sports coaches, locals empowerment. So it's a Pahalgam has shown as the consequences of neglecting emotional education and community. It's a community vigilance. The cure to extremism is not always means having a good teacher. It's a timely moment. Government does not have a builder roads. Also outline the road map for its young. So let's give it our children pen instead of the gun and classroom instead of commandos, because peace is not just a treaty, it is a syllabus. So how the writer has beautifully depicted this editorial, that the power of pen is something that clears the mind, give a clear directions that what is wrong, how nobody can brainwash any person if it is uneducated, their poverty situations, their their situations that the void that is created, broken homes. These all are the factors that how this filling the void by the this type of practices acts. Instead of taking the pen, they are taking the gun. So this should be learned by starting the pen, by giving a proper education, not only at the basic physics maths, but it should be at practices of the emotional wealth, but emotional mental health. So it should be focused on the their mental health also. So these are concluding, so I am concluding this here. Next is about the data is about the Indians fear fake news but are less concerned about the press freedom. So there is a data that a chart representing the percentage who say how the dangerous dichotomy is. The data for charts were taken from Pew Research Center for free expression, seen as a important globally, but not as everyone think their country has a press, speech and internet freedom, released in April 2025. So in India, there is a widespread anxiety about a misformations and fake news that not attribute it to government influence. Instead, it is a large share of the mind, the greater state of censorship, according to the latest survey of a Pew Research Center. So these are data released by Pew Research Center. Pew Research Center is a non-partisan American think tank based in Washington DC, and it provides information on social issues, public opinion. and reading the shape well. So the survey data suggests that there is a distrust in fake news is high. It's a confidence in systemic solution such as press freedom remains the low. Like in India, 65% responses said that it is made up of news of information. It's very long problem. And 35 countries try to survey it and places the Indian at same. In fact, 80% India is currently somewhat is free completely from state intervention. And in 24, India ranked 159. So India ranked 159 out of 180 countries. And it's a press freedom index published by the Reporters Without Border. While India has consistently ranked 100 since 2003, their situation has worsened significantly. The chart one shows here that the news information is very big problem in their country. Like in Bangladesh, South Korea, Chile, Colombia, Thailand, over 70% respondents failed this. In Peru, Philippines, Turkey, Greece, India is more than 65% of more and fake news is. And in chart 2 shows the share of respondent who said that it is a very or somewhat important to the media to report news without state. About 90% in Greece, Sweden, UK, 11 countries between 80 to 90%, and 30 countries between 70 to 80% less than responded. So these are the data. And third is representing the share of respondent who said media is currently somewhat free in their country, like India, Sweden, it's Netherlands, Philippines, Austria, Kenya. 80% of respondents said India is now completely somewhat free. So in Chile and Greece, less than it's 40%. So the data less than 40% is. So in other words, 33 out of 35 nations surveyed, there is a press freedom gap. And in contrast, India and Kenya, the gap is reversed. So these are the data. Just go through it. Next is now the tourism as a weapon against terrorism. So the Bollywood stars and countries-wide tour operator joining hand to instill a sense of confidence shattered Jammu and Kashmir attack. And it's already the appealing of our countries to advisories are telling the citizen not to attack Jammu and Kashmir after attack. In a special briefing about 20 envoys last week, Foreign Secretary Vikram Misri made also specific request that countries put in advisory. And also the actor Atul Kulkarni joined as Sunil Shetty advocating the people of country not to cancel their trips to Kashmir. Meeting tourism player in Pahalgam, they said 6 territories cannot be terrorized 1.4 crore Indians. So how the tourism is now affected by terrorism, and it would be a weapon against terrorism. So it's not possible to terrorize us. Ordinary Indian have a weapon for first time to defeat terrorism. It's tourism. People need to not to cancel their booking, and they should not become. They should come and meet people, experiences. Say the B said. These are all the acts that try to dispute between our own country, within our own countries, and somewhat now the tourism will be as a weapon. Next is the President presented the Padma Awards to 71 personalities. Is Padma Shri on the eve of 76th Republic January, and out of 71 out of 139 distinguished person who were at the reunion for who were civilian awards. So what are the Padma Awards? After Bharat Ratna, Padma Awards are the second highest civilian awards in the country and given in 3 categories. Like it recognizes achievements in public services like social, welfare, public, and Padma Vibhushan is categorized as a pehla work initially, and dusra work and teesra work constituted in 1994. So it is renamed Padma Vibhushan, Padma Bhushan, Padma Shri. So first is Padma Vibhushan. Next is Padma Bhushan and Padma Shri. All are renamed in 1955. Earlier it was categorized as Pehla work, Dusra work. So Padma Vibhushan is given for exceptional and distinguished services. Exceptional and distinguished services. Padma Bhushan is distinguished for service of high order. That's high order. And Padma Shri for distinguished services. Distinguished services. So already it is given for Osama Suzuki, former Chief Motor Corporation singer Pankaj Sushil Kumar Modi, Bihar Deputy CM Shekhar Kapoor, Lakshmanapati Raman. Just go through the names already written here. And the award ceremony is for second highest Padma Vibhushan, second highest civilian honor in a country, while the Suzuki and late MT Vasudevan Malayalam director were given the award for award posthumously. Chairman Asian Institute of Gastroenterology AIG. And as many 57 personalities were given a Padma Shri, these were included Rama Subai, State Bank of India, Arjunji Bhattacharya, Marathi author. So 30 unsung heroes we are including. The Padma awards were given to 30 unsung heroes, including 100-year-old Libya Lobo Sardesi, who played important role in Goa's freedom movement. So all of this. Next is the PM Modi is likely to visit Bihar again on May 4. So it's on May 4. Second visit. It's the second time in 10 days in Pol's state. Modi was Janapur in Madhubani district in Thursday, and he is coming here. And also the sporting events, 10,000 athletes, technical staff from country would take part in 28 disciplines. It's Patna, Gaya, Rajgir, Bhagalpur and Begusarai. Next is about moving to the same news. It should be front, but 12 page was disorganized. So Jammu Kashmir Assembly condemns terror strike anonymously, and India and France finalized the Rafale M aircraft 26. So there is a IG was signed by Defence Minister Rajnath, and there is this budget is going to 64,000 crore to procure the 26 Rafale M fighter. And these deal include trainings to military associated equipment, performance based on logistics. So in India, statement adding deal to expected to generate thousands of revenues and large number of ministry. It's MSME. 12th is the Digga Jagannath temple inauguration is the TMC Ramnath temple movements, and it was inaugurated there. West Bengal CM Mamata Banerjee in Yajna temple of Tuesday, CM serving the promises that day earlier. So it's already the no stones turned to be ensured inauguration of Jagannath temple built on the coast of its build was 250 crore. And the innovated temple in a post skywalks in Kolkata, famous Kalighat and Dakshineshwar temple. Inauguration of Jagannath temple makes further push on it's burnishing the party's pro-Hindu credentials. So these are going to go through it. Next is about expanding the tree cover curatio. Covering the front pages, the forces have to hand to say respond to say terror, says PM. It's a full confidence, complete operational freedom, and Prime Minister have said that a meeting was to be held at the National Security Ajit Doval and government sources to a high level. So what is wrong with her using Pegasus for national security? Supreme Court. So what is Pegasus? So Pegasus is a spyware developed by Israeli cyber arm company NSO Group, and that is designed to be converted remotely installed on mobile phones during iOS and Android. So it was a threat to the country, national security. So there is a wrong in the government using Israeli military grade Pegasus spy software for security reason, and there is a country used that spyware for against anti-national elements. There is there is nothing wrong with spy, and against whom it was a point. Justice Suryakant said that the observation came after a senior advocate Dinesh Dwivedi said that basic question is little allegations of whether or not the government possesses a Pegasus, and it is if used, it was used for illegal surveillance on private citizens. So but we cannot compromise the security of nations, especially in the present scenario. So it is wrong for using a Pegasus. It can be spy software. It is a spy software developed by Israeli cybercrime. So for a national security and the situation that is arising there, it cannot be compromised with the nation's security, said by the uh, Justice Shrikant. So moving to the next is about, well, already covered that the inauguration of a Jagannath temple on the occasion of Akshaya Tritiya at the Digha in Kolkata. So next is 13 is about the expanding the tree cover is crucial. So as the India strives to achieve net zero emission by 2070, tree plantation and carbon sequestration will likely to key pillar for its sustainability strategy. So how the climate changes accelerate the tree plantations and also essential for environmental sustainability for rapidly developing a growing economy reliant on carbon intensive industry. So there is the tree cover. India's forest and tree cover is tree cover 25.17%, significantly below the 33% of target set by National Forest Policy 1988. And there is a rapid, and this shortfall has arisen a serious complication like deforestation, rapid urbanization, industrialization, and also industrial emissions continue. So what is the accelerating the afforestation? So tree plantations such as act natural carbon sink, absorbing carbon, storing the atmospheric CO2. So India, the sequestration in potential need to be enhanced through large-scale afforestation programs beyond reducing the greenhouse gases emission, increase tree covers, improve soil health, recharge the groundwater, retains water, reduces soil erosion. So recognizing this, India has introduced several policies initiatives to accelerate the afforestation efforts. So the National Agro Forestry Policy, the tree outside the forest in program encourages the private landowners farmer. So their aim is to reduce the dependence on natural forests for timber, fuel, wood, and just placing for the Green India mission, Green India missions, apart from National Action Plan on Climate Changes. So promoting a sustainable forest management, and a government data also said that GIM has helped to increase the forest cover about 0.56% and also between 27 and 21. So there is a corporate social responsibility also, like large scale tree plantation drives the companies in sectors such as automobile manufacturing. Indian industries face a growing pressure to reduce the carbon footprint stringent, and also will impose a tariff on carbon intensive imports such as steel, cement, aluminium. To reach the competitive in a global markets, industries are increasing investing carbon offset project also. Sustainability is no longer about regulatory compliance but also for developing green supply chains, sourcing raw material for sustainable forestry projects. Tree plantation also offer economic social benefit also. So the improving the nutrient cycle, providing additional income from timber, fruits, and medicinal plants. Council of Agriculture Research is found to be. To support the community-led afforestation, government organization have stepped in to provide financial incentive. So beside these benefits, large-scale tree plantation faces several challenges, like one of the rising cost of carbon credit. Average price of carbon credit is U emission is trading. It's 83 per ton of CO2. It's 83 per ton of CO2, and afforestation offers a more cost-effective solution, purchasing expensive carbon markets. And to fully capitalize the global markets, India must establish a transparent national carbon credit registry. So under Article 6 of Paris Agreement, the financial incentive to encourages private sector investment in afforestation, and India strive to achieve a net zero emission to target is 2070. The risk is infections are too high. So moving to the next is about so what is the controversy that is ongoing in a Bengal school scam? It's the days of a protest, and already the newses are covering the West Bengal teachers regarding the more than the 4-5 days. Everyday newspapers covering this thing, and this is for finally controversies of Bengal scam. Here they erupted on April 21 after the state government promises to make a public list of tented. Just tell me, education comes in which list? Tell me in the comment section. So government says the had a seen list of tented and untented candidate. So it resumed to be protest a few days on April 26. Another group protesting employees, non-teaching staff, state-run school had a meeting with Mamata Banerjee, and there is a pending. The matter is pending before the state government would land 25,000 per month for a Group C staff and 20,000 per month for a Group D staff. These are the demanding and the protesting employees for non-teaching for a state-run school. So what are the court rule is that the Supreme Court order April 3 held at Kolkata High Court decision for cancelling the block appointments for teaching and non-teaching, and the bench consisting Chief Justice Sajeev Khanna and said that finding that selection processes vitiated and riddled with the manipulations and fraud. There is ongoing manipulation and frauds in selection criteria also, and the loss of appointment of 25,000 teaching and non-teaching across 19,000 has a serious question of functioning of states. So 17 Supreme Court granted some relief to West Bengal government by allowing the state services to untrained teacher to state aided school to retain all the fresh recruitment processes completed by N25. So these are the orders passed by the Supreme Court here, and decisions were, and you need don't worry about the tented, and these are the when did the scams offices, the former state school prime minister, education minister Partha Chatterjee by enforcement in July 22. Subsequently, several arrests were made in scam for a cash for school of job recruitments, the cash for school jobs. So these are the things. So finally, we have covered the 4 days of the Hindu editorial analysis, all covering all the important aspects, front headlines, editorials. And Sunday don't cover so much editorial. There was just two more about the science editorial about the C sections of C-section surgery. So I don't find it so important, so I not added. But apart from that, I've added everything. So finally, I'm just ending in 40 minutes, not taking 1 hour, less than just more than little bit of 40, more than 30 minutes. This series is not too long. You can watch till the last, and you find it like it's fruitful and worthful, because the editorials, and I'm not want to miss this part of April series, because I find the many editorials are very important, as can be helpful for the men's writing also, so I added it. Just go through it, you all get the some points, and pictures are clear, so you can see that I always try to click the pictures very clearly, so that you get the all the articles properly. Maybe I get the copyright, I know I can get a copyright on my channel, because they all said that not to reveal all the news informations of but I don't care about, well, my channel is not so like grown up that I if I feel like there is copyright, so it's not my basic aim is to monetize, but to providing us a Hindu source and editorial through this channel. So I'm just continuing this through with the main motive. That was my main motive. So let's ending this session with the summary of a front page covering about the Pahalgam attack sponsors to justice, and 6 years of a Kailash Mansarovar Yatra restart to June by end. Regarding this, we have discussed detailed information about it. Sarvam EI app, the first to get government aid BI build EI model, Bangalore based techie company. Fifth is the about the we would read the detail about the Manual Scavenging Act and its provisions of we already covered. Provision Employment Manual Scavenging and Rehabilitation Act, not strong enough. Already discussed UNC, so I'm not detailing it, just adding through, just go through one time. Sixth is about the editorial that was reflecting the Pahalgam, the fight against terror, and we have detailed discussion of this editorial. Seventh, we cover about the charts about the press freedom, fear of fake news that are less concerned about press freedom. Eighth is about the tourism as a weapon against terrorism. Ninth, we read about the Padma Awards. We have known the basic differences between them and whom they get. Just a list is already added. You just go through it. 71 personalities get these awards, Padma Awards. 10th is about we cover the front page of 29 editorial, 29th April editorial, where the Jammu Kashmir Assembly condemns terror strike unanimously, and there was a budget of India's France it's a finalized deal of 26 Rafale M aircraft. 11th, we cover about the last month editorial about the forces that free hand to respond says the terror, and about learn about the Pegasus spyware. 12th, we'll discuss about the Digha Jagannath temples inaugurations. 13th, we'll discuss about the expanding tree cover crucial, and 14th, we discuss about the controversy over Bengal scam. So that's for today. Soon I will upload the month May series. Basically, I will add the 3 days of newspaper in a single as a summary and revision series. Just wait for that video. It will come soon after the 1-2 days. Already the 1, 2 and today's 3. So at the 3 and 4 March I will upload that. Sorry, 4 May I will upload it. So thank you for connecting till the last. And if you are watching this till the last, just give me feedback and suggestion. What are the changes that I can do, and is there any other any other way that I can continue the series in a more interesting way? Just give me feedback, suggestions. It matters a lot to me. And if you're new to my channel, just go through my channel. You'll definitely like the content, because it is all informative content where you get the motivations. Live, I'm not doing live because my phone is not on that condition, so I'm just doing the editorials and little bit shorts. So thank you. Let's meet the next editorial. Till now, stay connected, stay hydrated, and stay healthy and study hard. Thank you and good night.